Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar. I know you see her like for real today. But yeah, it's me and Cinnamon Sugar, and I'm back with another What a Day post. So I still haven't uploaded the stuff that I'm supposed to do on a lot of recount reviews that have come out over the last week. But I think tonight I will start. I've been trying to get some sleep, and I'm actually going to talk to y'all about that. So I have a valid reason as to why I haven't been uploading um, outside of doing this, because usually y'all see me in my car on my way home and on my way to various little places that I'm doing my little running my errands or whatever. So yeah. So before I get into the real meat and potatoes as to why I'm doing this video, I am going to be going out later on to spend some time with my friend, and this is the friend that I told y'all about that I bought a ticket for her for us to go to the Soul Festival with, and we ended up having a great time. We hadn't seen each other in a good little while, but yeah, I'm going to go over to her house later on tonight and spend some time with her. And it's been bad to the point where she's like, okay, so when the next time you gonna come over? Like when she start asking, I know that I've been slacking, because normally we both are kind of like, when are we gonna have time to link up? Because we want to at least do this once or twice a month, like bare minimum. So yeah, her schedule changes a lot. Like every month or two, her schedule changes. So it's like I finally get used to her schedule, and then it's about to change again. And so I'm like, yeah, Lee, man. So yeah, but I brought that up to say this. So I've been meaning to bring some stuff to her, right? As y'all already know, or if you don't know, let me, tell y'all about me. Now, I can find some great deals on things. I can get things for free. I can get things for like super discounted to the point where if I told you how much it cost, you would be like, oh, you a lie. And then I would show you the receipts. And it would be the real item. It's not some knockoff foolishness or whatever. Like, I'm just saying, it really is something that happened. It wasn't I went into a store and stole it, but it would be free, almost free, or really discounted. And other times, I mean, depending on what it is, I'll pay full price. But if I don't have to pay full price, I'm not going to. So I'm going to show you all the stuff that I've been meaning to take over to her. Okay, so she has a room that she dedicates to working out, and she's starting that back up. And so I thought of her a few months ago when I was able to snag this stuff. So this is something that I got for her. This is supposed to be something that you take before, during, or after your workouts or whatever. But I don't know if she's gonna like this because this is blueberry muffin. Okay, this is supposed to be something that you take. I don't remember if you take it before, during, or after the workout. But anyway, I know it's something that you're supposed to, do when it has something to do with working out. But I just don't know if she's gonna like blueberry. I don't know. That's always a wild card. Everybody don't like blueberry stuff. I live for blueberry stuff. And I'm actually glad that blueberries are blueberries approved? Wait a minute. I don't remember because I wasn't doing blueberries. I think all berries are approved except for cranberries that are alkaline. So I think I'm safe. I think I am. But anyway, but since this has things in it that aren't alkaline, I can't consume them. So it is what it is. So another thing that I got, and I forgot how much I paid for this, but it was two for the price of one, or two for like half the price of one. Yeah, this is called Moonburst, and I got it in watermelon. This is pre-workout. This is a pre-workout situation that you drink. I think you can get 25 um, drinks out of it. So she can use it for 2 months with these two. She can use it for 2 months if she were to work out every single day. And I actually was going to try this before I started back up alkaline all the way because I like watermelon stuff or whatever. So it's like, I don't know, maybe, maybe it'll be all right. But since I never got around to it, I was like, well, whatever. I'll just take it to her because, like I said, she's getting her workout stuff back going. And hopefully it'll be something she can use. If she don't like it, then she can give it away or throw it away. It is what it is because I'm not going to use it. But I got it for her just in case she wants to use it. So I got her two of these. Then something that I was able to actually get for free that came. That's one of the things that happens, y'all. If there are things that are for free, you have to wonder if, first of all, if you do it fast enough when you're checking out, you have to do it fast enough. The other factor is it actually going to come? There are times that you will order something that you paid for and they will cancel it and then they'll still send it to you. So you've gotten it for free. That's another situation. But these were free. I love biotin stuff or whatever. I don't need it. I started taking biotin like maybe 10 years ago. I was doing it in gummy form. And I stopped doing that a couple of years ago. Um, Pretty much because of what is in gummies, even though I love sour gummies. And yeah, I love like sour gummies candy, but of course, candy is not approved. So yeah, I got these for free. So she can start using either one of these. These expire in 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. So if she wants these, like she's just like me, she doesn't have a problem with thickness, none of that, when it comes to hair. So, but I had already told her that I was gonna give her one of these. I was gonna give one to her and one to my a friend, but my friend, I think she and I, we started this doing gummies, and I think she religiously buys gummies. So I know she's not gonna want these gel caps, and it's the same difference. So yeah, but I have those, and these are the last two things that I have for her that she doesn't know about. But this thing, okay, so these workout bottoms or whatever. I got this and I got this, and they were, y'all, if I looked the price up, y'all wouldn't believe me. But yeah, these are supposed to be my size, and y'all know I live for camouflage. That's why I got these. But these came in a pack, right? So I opened the pack up. I'm always aware that there might be a chance that it's a situation where they're making it seem like it's my size and then it's a way smaller. So I was already prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for them to be this much smaller. So yeah, but I'm going to put these in a bag. All of this is going to go in a bag, and I'm going to take it to her. Now, I got to show y'all something in particular for me. When I lose a little bit more weight, I'm going to be in these, but I'm going to only be in her house when I do it, when I do wear these. If anybody sees me, they're going to be see me walking to and from my car. So these are like booty shorts, right? Okay. So when I put stuff like this on, my booty is going to be like covered, but it's gonna stop at the bottom of my booty. Like, not booty's not gonna be hanging out. It's gonna cover everything. I already have shorts that are longer than this. That they come to, like, surprisingly enough, halfway down my thigh, but I look good in them. I like the leggings that are made out of this. I don't know if y'all know the material like that are made with this pattern, the honeycomb pattern or whatever they call it. Oh, I love those, y'all. I be having to stop myself whenever I'm off from wearing them because I love them that much. I might wear some today, but I'm just saying. I love them. So, yeah, I have a red pair, a blue pair, a black pair, a gray pair, and I think a green pair. But yeah, she doesn't like that pattern because if she liked that pattern, I would have given her probably two of them. So I would have two and she would have two. I would give her the green and probably the blue, and I would have kept the red. Oh, I have 5 pairs. I have a black pair, a red pair, a green pair, a gray pair. If I said gray already, red pair, and a blue pair. I would have given her the red and the green, and I would have kept the red, blue, gray, and black for myself. But anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all about that. Now let me go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this foolishness, child. So, some of y'all have been asking me about my neighbors because I have mentioned some situations that have happened, like with the loud music that has played and how they be setting it off, and it be killing me because it be songs that ain't even that it ain't even good like that. I'm like, why you got this particular song on repeat, and then the songs that they will skip over, they be like real good songs. I'm like, you gonna skip over that to go to this and keep playing this over and over again? Oh, okay, but as far as they're concerned, they haven't been that bad. Like last night was the first time in a while that they had been playing music, but it wasn't even that bad. This is what has been bad, y'all. The people who live above me. To make a long story short, because I think I've mentioned it before, when they first moved in, I only noticed like 1 or 2 kids. I think I saw a baby or she was pregnant. I don't remember if the woman was pregnant or she had a fresh baby, like fresh out the womb. but she didn't have kids like that. Then all of a sudden, I started hearing a lot of kids, and I was like, what in the world going on? Okay. But it still wasn't bad. So last year, my landlord ended up sending a formal letter letting them know that they needed to simmer down or face eviction because you are disturbing the peace, which is me, my peace. Um, and they stopped, and it wasn't even that bad back then. That's the crazy part about all of it. So I was like, okay, didn't have no issues. So over the last few weeks, y'all excuse me, I'm trying to get this necklace to do what I want it to do, which I guess it's not gonna do it. Um, the last few weeks they have been really trying me, and I'm just like, I don't understand what this is about all of a sudden because y'all were doing so well. I don't understand what changed. So usually I could turn my fan on and drown out the music. I mean, not music, drown them out because the kids will like run around like they done lost their mind, stomping. It sounds like they dragging bodies across the floor, dragging the noisiest things in life across the floor. Literally, you can hear them running around in circles, stomping as they're running around in circles, screaming, hollering, all of that. Parents ain't saying nothing. So just kept ignoring. I was like, okay, they'll stop. They'll stop. Y'all, I haven't been getting no sleep. It's been so bad that when I was at work last week, all last week, I barely got any sleep. It was to the point that when I finally would be able to go to sleep, I was being awakened out of my sleep by them because they were that loud. Now, keep in mind, again, still had my fan on, trying to drown them out and all of that. And so finally drifting off. I'm tired. Like, I was lucky that all days except for one, I didn't have to pull 12-hour shifts because I was tired because I didn't get my sleep. Like, I want to be able to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, bare minimum six. I'm sorry. And I haven't been able to do that. So, one day in particular, which was the worst day, they were making so much noise from the time I tried to start going to sleep, which that day I would have gotten 8 hours of sleep had they not been doing what they were doing. From the time I laid down to the time it was almost time for me to go, terrible loud noise. And I was just like, Lord, this just don't even make no sense. Like, it's not even the people who live next door blasting music. It's them, the people above me. Y'all, like today is a really nice day outside. We have a playground that's literally across the street. And this is a neighborhood. This whole neighborhood, the children in this neighborhood can go to that little park. It's like a little, it's not a park, it's like a little playground. And it's like another like kind of apartment, but they have like a little barbecue area and all that little stuff over there. They have functions over there from time to time, and everybody in the neighborhood is welcome. So I'm like, the bare minimum, even if for some reason y'all can't go over there and play over there and you can work them out, tire them out, tucker them out so that they can come inside and sit down until it's time for them to go to sleep, the least you can do is walk around our building. Like where we live, there's like a little side area, which I'm not gonna go because if I walk, I'm not doing that. It's like right directly beside our building. The people who live below me have a grandson, and he walks their dogs, and so he'll walk either all the way around the block from street to street and sidewalk to sidewalk, or he will walk down the sidewalk and then come directly next to our building. And there's like a gate right there or something right there, like a little side breezeway, I guess you could say. That's the best way I can describe it, even though it's outside, that he'll walk through. And like there'll be times I'll be putting trash in the trash can outside, he'll just appear. Like I have had to get used to it. But it's usually him, so I'm not scared that somebody that came from out of nowhere waiting for an unsuspecting, whatever. Like I don't feel like that's the situation. It's almost always him. So, he's always helpful. He has Asperger's, and I think he's slightly autistic, even though he is of age. He's like between 19 and 21 now. When I first met him, he was in high school after I had, moved here with my ex. So he was literally still in high school, but they've always taught him to be respectful. And whenever they would see me in my car and I'm getting out and I'm obviously about to start carrying groceries and stuff in, they would tell him to go and ask me if I wanted help, or his grandfather would offer up help and all of that. And it's gotten to the point where he just does it on his own most of the time now. But I always decline. I just be wanting to do stuff for myself. It is what it is. And I mean, he's always super, super nice, always sweet. There have been times that he was kind of confused, I guess, and he'd be like, "Do you live here?" I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yes, I live right above you," because I do. I live directly above them. His grandparents live below me, and I don't have any issues out of anybody else in this building. It was just crazy. But anyway, y'all, so with this situation, like I said, they're making all this noise. So it got to a point where last week I couldn't sleep, and I was just like, I done had it. I'm sick and tired of this. I started texting my landlord and actually sending footage of me recording the noise that was happening, right? And sending it to her. And I was like, yeah, this needs to stop. This makes no sense. I'm not understanding why this is happening, because this has not been the situation. It's never been this bad. Now, what's funny is when they first moved in, um, oh, I was supposed to explain to y'all the situation. So the gist of the situation is, before the father told me about it, I already peeped it. I guess because of my background, I already saw what it was hitting for. So to make a long story short, they did not have custody of most of their children. So in situations like what they had, which was, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a unique situation, but that's something that a lot of people do that are in their situation. They'll lose their kids to the system, or they will have to, give up custody for a little while. So someone else had temporary legal custody of most of their children. The mama ended up pregnant and having more kids that, I guess when the social worker or the caseworker would come out to wherever they were living before they moved here, they didn't have any issues. So, they couldn't be like, well, we're going to have to take these kids too and put them somewhere. So they only had those kids here. When I tell y'all, they had a baby that was definitely, if nothing else, at least drinking milk. I would never hear that baby crying. I would never hear nothing. I don't feel as though they have been abusing the children, so I'm just making sure I make that perfectly clear. I don't feel like any neglect, well, I don't feel like any abuse, let me put it like that, is happening. The neglect, probably, because they'll go in a whole nother room while they're out here doing what they're doing, and I mean, they could be hurting themselves, running into stuff, and like I said, it always sounds like bodies being dragged across the floor and some more like super loud stomping, and I'm just like, come on now. And I mean, back then they used to at least like be like, you need to sit down or whatever. Like I don't particularly like when people yell at their kids, but it seemed like back then they actually wanted to somewhat discipline them. But now it's gotten to the point they don't say nothing, and I'm like, come on now. So anyway, so tell me why, like I said, I couldn't sleep last week. It was terrible. I'm going to work half dead. Like I have to drive to work. I have to be vigilant. Deer and stuff are active. Like the weather and the seasons have been ridiculous. So I normally don't see deer right now, but I've been seeing deer like crazy now. Like it's like, no, I already got to look out for myself. It's dark outside. It's just too many variables going on. I got to stay alert, and I'm tired. And I got to go to work and actually work, like do manual labor, so to speak, I guess you could say. So I'm tired. And so when I get home, I will sit in my car for quite some time before I get out, because I'm dreading getting up and getting out of the car, because I know I'm gonna have to come into this place to possibly deal with them doing what they're doing, and I'm tired already. So yeah, it's just a continuous cycle, and it's very infuriating. So anyway, finally got all the way fed up, sent the landlord video footage telling her about what was going on. And it was like 3 days in a row. And then so she eventually was like, she'd already told me the first time that I messaged her, she told me that she called them, texted them, and told them that they needed to, quiet down. So I'm trying to figure out why nobody ever quieted down. So fast forward to yesterday. Y'all know yesterday was my Friday. So I got off work, came home. When I tell y'all, I was so tired of my spirit, I was like, this don't make no sense. So Monday, I said to myself, don't do it. When the landlord told me I'm sending out a notice on Monday, this was Sunday. She said, I'm sending out a notice on Monday that is going to go to them, and it's going to tell them that they need to quiet down. And if they don't, they're going to face eviction because you're disturbing me. Like, I do what I'm supposed to do Don't nobody ever complain on me. Like, I'm probably the main person in this building outside of the elderly couple that lives below me who actually pays my rent when I'm supposed to pay my rent, and I'm up to date on all of my bills and all of that. So it's like they want to keep us happy. So I mean, usually that's always been the situation. So it's like you already ain't doing what you supposed to do, and you messing up life for me. I'm tired. Like, I need to be able to go to sleep. I should be able to come in this house and say I want to go to sleep at any time, and not have to be like, oh, I wish they would hurry up and shut up so I can go to sleep. Like, no, I shouldn't have to do that. So anyway, she told me she was gonna send them something. I said, okay. So she said she kept on messaging them, telling them they need to quiet down. I said, okay. So then the last time she talked to me, she said, if you need to, call the police. And since I'm me, and I mean, I have common sense, I knew that if I'm going to call them, I can't call 911 because it's not an emergency, like life or death. So I looked up the non-emergency number in this area and saved it to my phone just in case I was going to have to use it. Unfortunately, I had to use it on yesterday. And the police officer came out. They told me on the phone, the dispatch worker told me, she was like, what's the nature of the situation? And I told her. And so she was like, okay, I'm going to send somebody out. So I just so happened to be walking out the door because I was waiting, because they told me that they were going to come and talk to me too. So I was waiting, and I was like, let me see if the police officer here. So I looked out the window. He just so happened to just pull up and was getting out. So I said, I'm going to catch him before he go up there to them. So he saw me and he was like, good afternoon. I said, good afternoon. And so he got up the steps and he saw my door number. And so he was like, oh, are you the person who called? I said, yes, I am. So he asked me what happened. I told him what's been going on. Told him it's actively happening right now. Like, you could hear the kids screaming and everything, like from where I was. So, he was like, well, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to tell them that they need to keep it down. But at the same time, even though I'm a police officer, I can't enforce anything. What has your landlord said to you? I said, well, actually, I can tell you exactly what she said. And I pulled my phone up, pulled up the messages that she had, and I told him that she said that she was sending out something Monday. And she said some kind of 2130. I don't know what that is. He didn't know what I was talking about either, but something in particular that has to do with, renting, I guess. That basically is like, if you don't quiet down, you're going to run the risk of getting evicted. And so he was like, yeah, because, I only can go up there and tell them to quiet down, but, I can't make them get out. So, I will go up there and talk to them and try to get them to quiet down. So then he proceeded to go upstairs. I went in my room, closed the door, and I was just like, I don't think they're going to come downstairs and try to confront me. So I wasn't really worried about that. But it's like, I don't like hostility. I don't like pent up frustration. I don't like people feeling like they need to walk on pins and needles. Just like I shouldn't have to feel like that because I live here. I'm paying bills here. Like, I'm paying real bills. Y'all ain't paying y'all rent from what I heard. I'm just saying. And I understand times are hard, but I'm just saying, like, I'm going to work every single day doing the most. You know what I'm saying? I'm working my shift at the bare minimum. I'm working my days. That's what I'm trying to say when I say every single day. So I'm tired. Like, I should be able to come home and relax and enjoy myself. And as I've already explained before, even to the landlord, I am all for a person being at their house, being inside of where they dwell, and being able to play their music. You can do all these things, but it needs to be at a certain level. The decibels are way too high. You're doing too much. These kids doing the most. They running, stomping. I'm talking about y'all, it was so loud yesterday. That's how I knew. I was like, Lord, because I just said to myself, oh, I'm going to close the door to the room that's directly above the room that I sleep in now. I said, I'm going to close the door and, whatever. I went to a whole nother room. It was so loud that it seemed like it was in the room that I was in. And it was coming through the door. These are like thick doors. And I was just like, this don't even make no sense. Like, normally I can at least close the door. And I mean, I had a show playing and everything. And I'm hearing them over the show. Like, come on now. So I was just like, you know what? Okay, this is a sign I need to call the police. I just gotta call them. Like, unfortunately, I gotta call them. Hopefully, it will scare them into submission. We'll see. Child, please. That man went up there, and like I said, I went back to the room so I could hear him knock on the door. And they came to the door. The kids still running around. They stopped for a minute, and then they went right on back to playing, stomping. I mean, loud as I don't know what, screaming and everything else. And so the landlord gonna text me back. I had texted her. She told me to keep her posted because I told her unfortunately I had to call the police. And she was like, okay, well, keep me posted. So I told her, I was like, well, unfortunately I did have to call the police today, and they spoke with me and they went upstairs. So she was like, yeah, she called me freaking out, and I was just like, now you want to call the landlord freaked out. Oh, okay. So she was like, I did notice that she called me from another number, unknown number or whatever. So I'm guessing she never got my messages. And I'm like, okay, oh, all right. Now that you've gotten the messages, y'all still doing the same thing. So what's the reason for you not, abiding by what you need to do? Why you not abiding by the rules? What's the reason today? Because even today, the foolishness is still popping off. Like, I tried to go to sleep yesterday. I wanted to take a nap yesterday because I wanted to take a nap after I took my hair down. As y'all see, my braids ain't in right now. I was like, yeah, let me take these. First, I was going to go to sleep. Then I was going to get up. I said, no, I'm going to, take these braids out first. Then I'm going to go to sleep. Like, I had a whole routine. Like, my hair was supposed to be done. So I was going to get up and I was going to wash my hair and actually do my hair, and then stay up and watch stuff and start doing some recap reviews. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen because they was doing the least yet again. So I'm just like, y'all ain't scared enough for me. Apparently y'all ain't scared. Well, you're apparently not freaked out, because if you were freaked out by the police coming to your door, at this point, if I come back home today and they doing the most again, I'm gonna call the police again. Like, it's gonna be a everyday situation if it has to be, coupled with the fact that the landlord is going to send them a notice. Because it's dumb to me, because the first time that she sent a notice, like a year and a half ago, they got the notice and they stopped. Like, didn't hear a peep out of them. And my thing is this, yet again, I understand that kids are kids, but and I understand that this is an apartment complex. You need to understand that this is an apartment complex. This is an apartment, rather. You're living in an apartment. You're not living in a house. So you have other people around you, above and below you, like in your case, y'all's case, below you, that you have to take account of. You have to be mindful of that. I'm mindful of the fact that I have elderly people below me, so I try not to, play my trap music and stuff all loud or whatever. Like, I mean, I be wanting to say it all, but I'm respectful. You know what I'm saying? They have been too nice to me. They are always sweet to me. Even the wife, they have always been so nice and sweet to me. And why would I sit up there and disrespect them? Why would I sit up there and disturb their peace? They living out their retirement years. Why would I do that? That's stupid. And they dogs. Like, it's been so bad that I'll be trying to sleep and they would be so loud above me that the dogs below me would start barking. Like, that's how I know you doing too much. And you should know you doing too much, because they're responding to you and not something outside. It's because of y'all. But yeah, y'all, I just had to tell y'all about the foolishness. I had to call the police. I will keep y'all updated on that. Right now, I'm about to go and wash my hair and go and take my clothes. Unfortunately, yet again, another week, I got to go take my clothes to the dryer. Got to go dry them because they haven't come to do the rewiring situation so that I can use my dryer as I had been doing for years. But anyway, y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.